All right, good morning, Alta agents. This is Kevin Lauren. I'm the Director of Training and Marketing. And today we're going to be going over creating your Google account for business, as well as the accompanying brand account and YouTube channel. So if you haven't done these things yet, this is a really good idea. And we'll also go through a couple different ways to make videos and how you can be doing that as well. So today should be a great webinar, and we want to welcome everybody. Before we get into today's presentation, I'm going to invite Cameron Alley on the line from Clearview Mortgage. Good morning, Cameron. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you, Kevin?
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so you should be able to share your screen with us. So let me know if that's going to happen.
I was trying to start my video, but that's okay. I guess I'll just share my screen today.
That's cool.
Okay, guys. So got a quick little update for you guys today. The 10-year treasury right now, just like I was talking about last week, is sitting around that 3% mark and kind of coming up and down. That's kind of the threshold that we're looking at right now. So as we guess rates are starting to stabilize a little bit. We'll see what happens with the Fed and their decisions as far as whether they keep the rate increases coming or if they keep it pretty steady. But as of last week, mortgage demand was at a 22-year low, which is a pretty crazy number. But that's obviously just due to the shock factor of where rates are and the refinance market drying up. The purchase market is still pretty strong as far as mortgage applications. We're 22% down from last year, but that doesn't say too much because last year obviously was crazy as far as the amount of applications that everyone was submitting. And then I wanted to talk today about a statistic that I looked at, which was pretty jaw-dropping. Basically, 72% of homeowners right now that are listing their homes are looking to purchase another home immediately. So what that says to me is obviously the thing to go after right now is that double deal, that listing and that purchase. And right now, one of the things that are keeping people away from doing that, or maybe they're a little worried, is obviously the rates and the higher payments. So what I want to do today is kind of talk about strategies to help that seller that wants to buy a home get a little lower payment. Whereas obviously, since equities are at all-time highs and people are listing their homes, they're getting quite a bit of money for that down payment when it comes around. So I'm going to talk about taking advantage of how you use that money to help them get a better rate. So basically, as we sit today, this is a $800,000 purchase with a $600,000 loan. So that's saying, you know, they're going to put $200,000 of their equity that they got from their sale into the loan. And if we did, let's just say 20% down, right? The par rate right now is a 5.5, and that they're getting $2,000 in lender credit. So that's basically like the no cost purchase loan, right? Well, if you put $11,000 and buy 1.8 points, you're looking at a 4.75, which is obviously a way lower rate. And you know, obviously it costs to get there, but the benefit of that is that $11,000 is tax deductible. So they can actually write that off on their taxes, or let's say they're going to have to pay capital gains on that property that they sold. That's going to help them pay less capital gains, right? So I'm also going to show you the comparison as far as interest and payment on that scenario. But then I have another one for you here. This is a jumbo loan. This is, what was it? A $960,000 loan on a $1.2 million purchase. So right now the par rate for that is a 5.5, right? For 21,000, they can get down to 4.75. So basically, instead of putting that extra money that these clients are getting as a down payment to think that that's going to lower their mortgage, what's better is to actually hold on to some of that cash and use it to buy down the rate, right? So this first scenario that we talked about, where the par rate was a 5.5 and the buy down is a 4.75. If you look at the comparison here, so the loan amount is $600,000, right? Interest rate 4.75 for 30 years. Their monthly principal and interest payment on that would be $3,129, right? Let's say they use that $11,000, almost $12,000 to just make the loan go down $12,000 more, right? So $600,000 to $588,000. They're looking at that 5.5 interest rate for 30 years. Well, their payment is $3,338. a month. So that's literally, $200 more a month, and they're paying almost $100,000 more in interest. So that $12,000 is put to use a lot better, keeping the loan at 600 and buying down the rate, because they get to write off that tax deduction, they have a lower payment, and they save $100,000 in interest. So that can help your clients qualify, or it can help them save a little money on their mortgage and get a better rate. Because historically, a 4.75 is still a pretty good rate. 5.5 is a little bit, on the higher end. And then let's go to the jumbo scenario. So if we're looking at a 960 loan amount, and remember what we're talking about here, the par rate of 5.5 or the buy down to 4.75. So if we're looking at a 960 loan amount at 4.75, their principal and interest payment's about $5,000, right? If they take that money and they put it towards the down payment, they're getting a 5.5 payments, $5,331. So basically, they're paying almost, well over $300 a month more, and they would pay an extra $138,000 in interest. So that's just something to kind of, put in the ear of your buyers and sellers, that sometimes the more reasonable decision is not to necessarily put more money down, but get the better rate so that they can have a better payment and feel more comfortable in this rising rate environment. So that's pretty much all I had today for you guys. As always, if you have any questions or any scenarios, send me an email, shoot me a call, and I can go through with that with you. And obviously, I'm more than happy to talk to your buyers or sellers and help them out.
Absolutely, I appreciate that. And we do have a question from Dorothy Chen. She says, Dorothy says, so the standard break-even point is about 5 years. Can we say that to a client?
Well, that's not necessarily true, because there's a lot of factors that go into that. So obviously with the tax deduction, when we take that into account, that they're going to be able to write that off, that automatically takes, let's say 2 years off of that, right? And then also every single month they're paying more principal than they are interest. So if you do the math, just let's say, dollar per dollar, yeah, it's going to be about 5 years. But when you look at everything that you're taking into account, the write-off, the difference of the amortization schedule, it's really more about 2.5 to 3 years. So it cuts about 2 years off. So to answer your question, it's definitely, and we don't know for sure if rates are going to go back down, right? It's a big gamble. It's a roll of the dice. We have no idea, right? I think they're going to, but at the same time, it's always better. It's a no-brainer. Even if you, let's say, sell the house in 3 years, you're taking less risk, you're getting a better payment, and you're setting yourself up financially. Let's say you don't end up listing it, or you can't sell it and you want to rent it out. Well, now you're getting more cash flow every month, right? So I would say that wouldn't really be something that I would say to the client, because it's not really necessarily correct.
Good point. And then she also says, that the client's hoping they can refinance. Will the rate keep going up? Well, I would, if I was a betting person, I'd say yes.
Yeah, I think short term, that's what they want to do, is keep them, they want to keep raising them. But what I said at the beginning of the webinar, that mortgage demand is at a 22-year low. Basically, the refinance market is completely dried up, and Fannie and Freddie are watching. The Fed is watching. The Federal Housing Administration is watching, and they don't want the big banks to not be doing a bunch of loans, right? So they're going to have to get creative. They're going to have to do something. I do think the rates will eventually go down, but you never know. You never know. And what I always tell my clients is the best thing that you can do is set yourself up for success in the future. If you spent a little extra money to do it, and it ended up that rates went down in a year, now you can get a 2.5. That's okay, because at least you took the better decision, and you set yourself up, because what if they went up, So exactly. It's just, I don't like to gamble when it comes to, financial security. It's just always smart we're talking, $12,000, right? If you put it down on the house, it's not going to get you much equity. You might as well buy it, have the advantage of the tax deduction, have the lower payment, and have less stress every month when you're making that mortgage.
For sure. And then Dorothy has a very smart point here. She says, I think the best is to have the client talk to the lender for the best solution.
Exactly, exactly. And that's why I always try to come on here every week so that you guys can have that info and know that we're always available. You know, if you need have a client that has questions, or you want a client just that wants financial advice, you know, I mean, I'm not a financial advisor, but as far as mortgages, we can tell them, okay, this is what we suggest that you do. Here's the numbers. And, you know, we can be there for you guys if you need anything like that. So don't hesitate to reach out.
That's for sure. No, thanks a lot. I really appreciate that, Cameron.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't get my camera to work. I don't know why, Kevin, but I had the background all fancy. I was super excited, but
Hey, we're baby steps, right?
yeah.
All right, perfect. And then of course, best way to get a hold of Cameron, just give him a call, or Cameron@cbmloans.com is his email address. So no, don't hesitate to utilize the Clearview Mortgage team. They're there for you. All right, cool. So thanks, Cameron. Appreciate that.
Pleasure, Kevin, as always.
All right. Talk to you soon, pal.
Thanks.
All right, great. So today, as I said, we're going to be going over creating our Google business account as well as YouTube account. It's all kind of related. And when you're creating your basically your Google My Business account, you do want to set everything up properly so everything syncs together. It can get a little bit messy. So first thing is you need to start with a Gmail account. So your Google account starts with a Gmail account. So we're just going to set up a little dummy account. We're going to use my wife, Courtney. And we're just going to come up with our own little Gmail account. We'll just say Courtney Alta. And we have to see if that's actually already in use. That's bizarre. So we'll say Courtney Alta or Courtney ARG. How's that? Let's see if that one's taken. That's taken too. How about? Okay, finally, we got one that's not being used. So then we create our password. I'm just going to do a quick, easy one. Confirm the password. All right, then you're going to get and you do have to connect this to your phone. And so I have way too many Google accounts attached to my phone number. So we're going to use Courtney's phone number. Recovery address is always a good idea. So we will put in a recovery address. And I apologize, I'm typing with one hand today because I broke my hand. All right. Okay, then we have to verify the phone number. So we're going to send the code. And Courtney, what is the code number?
987448.
Okay, we verify it. Okay, great. So I'm in. Of course, privacy. There is no privacy on Google. I agree. I know you're going to sell all my information. So, all right. Yes. And so this is really cool. So I'm in Google Chrome. It's going to allow me to set up a new Google Chrome profile, which is very helpful when you're doing all this stuff with your business, both your YouTube channel and your Google My Business. So I'm going to say yes. So now I have a new profile in Google. Okay, so that is literally step one. Once we've done that, then we can go ahead and and now this is really cool because since I'm in Google Chrome, when I open up another window and I go to YouTube, which is our next step here, whoops, YouTube. And so here we can now set up our brand account. So let's allow that. Of course, we know they're going to be following us everywhere. So in the upper right corner, you can click on the little C, and it'll be the first initial of your name. You can create channel. And for the name of the channel, I would put your business name, something like Courtney Lauren Realtor. Create the channel. Of course, you can upload a picture, all that good stuff. So now this is the beginning of your channel. So we can customize the channel. And real quick, let me also so customizing the channel, that will allow you to upload a nice kind of banner image. It'll allow you to make all the different things that you want to be displayed on your YouTube channel. So we can go and we can do our basic layouts, all that kind of stuff. We can also get our branding information. So this is where we'll be uploading our image, our professional headshot image here. Also, this is where we'll upload a nice banner image. So this is, and they show you, this shows up, on different screens in different areas. So I always like for that kind of an image, I like to put in just a really nice picture of some real estate. So I'll just get a real quick image here. Now, one thing to note is the way, and then it's a little bit messy, but let me just collect, oh wait, it has to be at least 2048 by 1152 pixels. So I'll upload a very, very high resolution image. This one is a little more high res. Oh, that was too high. Okay, so let's see if we have something right in the middle. Nope, that one's too high too. So they don't allow you, as you can see, to upload something that's just gigantic. So this is what I was talking about. We can, depending on where this image is being displayed, whether it's on a desktop or on a laptop or on a mobile device, it's going to have a different kind of a look. So uploading the correct image is really important. So this is not the best image in the world. We're just going to use it as an example, but just know that is, there's limitations with the images for a banner image. So we've got this kind of banner image back there. That's great. Video watermark. This is really cool because this will allow us to have our logo in the corner of all of our videos that we upload. So I always like to have a little logo file in the corner, and we want to do a black transparent logo. So let me upload that. So we've got that nice little ARG logo in the corner. And once we're done with just those basic things, and we can also go to basic information and put in a nice description about our business. We can also create our YouTube channel. And we will have the ability to customize this, but this is the kind of the channel they give us. okay? And then email address, you'll put that in just as a contact. So once you have all those things in there, you will click on publish the channel. And now we can visit the channel if we'd like. Okay, so, and I've got a couple questions. If we already use Gmail, do we already have this set up? Yes. So if you already have a Gmail account, you're just going to go straight to YouTube, or you're going to go to Google My Business, and you're going to use that information. So super important. So once we have this is our channel now. And this is the little background art that we created. We can also change it anytime here. But the most important thing now is we can upload videos, right? And so what kind of videos are we going to be uploading? Well, anything that has to do with real estate, and we can also be uploading things to or community videos. We can be uploading and sharing other videos that we found helpful. So we can do a lot of things once we have this nice channel. So and of course, uploading the video is as easy as clicking here, selecting the file on your computer, and uploading that into this YouTube system. So we won't do that right now. But what I do want to do is I want to switch gears for a second and show you how we can create those videos. Okay. All right, perfect. So first of all, easy way to create YouTube videos is create them in Canva, right? We all know that we have access to this Canva system. We can create a design here. We can create a video. And all we have to do is drag and drop bits of elements that we find. And of course, Canva comes with tons and tons of, little things that the system itself can, we can drag and drop these little clips. But of course, we can upload. So we can upload little clips of walking through a home, showing things, a brand new listing. We could, show some information about the local community. And so we just upload these little clips and we just drag them into basically a slideshow. And so these are images. We can have an image sit there for 4 or 5 seconds. We can have just another picture, or we can have little clips of videos. So tons of little video clips that we can throw in. Here's a video clip that I created with Canva. It was basically just a little video that shows people how they can upload their credit card, right? So you can create anything you want. And then once you've put everything in here, and you can even drag in audio, right? You can upload your own audio, or the Canva system comes with tons of little audio, bits that you can share. So all of those things combined, you can create these really nice little videos within Canva, and then you can download them, or you can share them, or you can just literally download it and then upload that into your YouTube channel. So super simple. And of course, if you don't know how to do this, you can schedule an appointment with me. We can go through and do that together. So there's no excuse. We can create these nice little videos. They don't have to be long. They can be 30 seconds, and they're great for connecting to Instagram, putting videos in YouTube and Facebook. So we can upload all these videos from Canva into any one of these systems. But it's a great practice to always have your videos in your YouTube channel. That way you can link to your YouTube channel, you can reference your YouTube channel, you can use your YouTube channel as a resource for your clients. So it's a really, really easy way to, offer a good resource to your clients. Another way that you can create videos is you can create videos in Zoom. So everybody here is on Zoom. You can create your own Zoom account for free, and you can record, just like I'm doing right now, you can record your Zoom meeting. So just last week, we've had a lot of people asking, hey, how do I update my credit card within the Alta system? So I created a quick YouTube video updating your credit card. So I literally did this video in Zoom. So I just did a screen share on Zoom. I recorded what I'm doing, and I went through and I showed the viewers step by step how you go into the agent dashboard on arghome.net, how you can log in, and then how you can go and change credit cards that you're getting billed for. So that video was created in Zoom. So how does that kind of figure into real estate? Well, it's a really cool idea to record yourself on Zoom, even if it's just a 30-second market update, and you record that, you upload that to YouTube, just like I've uploaded this to our YouTube channel, and then boom, you can share that with anybody you like, right? You can put it on social media. You can email it to your clientele, as your weekly update. So super, super easy. So real quick, let's just go to the ARG. This is the ARG YouTube channel. So we've got all of our videos. We've got over 200 videos in our channel. And you'll notice if you go to videos, this is where you can see all of the videos. It'll literally show you every video that we've ever created. So some of them are just, most of them obviously are our Alta Realty group, ARG Wednesday webinars, but we've also got some marketing videos and some other stuff that we've done over the years. So, and it's a great showpiece. So once you have this, as you can see, you can show people, wow, look at all these different videos. And then what I like to do is, a lot of times an agent will have a question about something, and I can say, hey, I have covered that in a particular video. And so I'm going to send you a link to that video. And so you can literally use your YouTube channel as a resource again for your clients, and make sure that you have maybe a whole bunch of different clips of frequently asked questions. So if somebody has a question about, some particular aspect of buying or selling real estate, you can cover that in, one of these little videos, short videos, upload them to YouTube, send them the YouTube link. So like I said, once you have these videos, all you have to do is share and copy, and you can send these videos anywhere you want. Another cool feature is you can start the video at a certain point. So if you have a video that covers a particular topic, you can say, oh, you know what? Let me send you this video. And I know that I'm going to cover that at about 51 seconds. So when you click share, you can click this little button and it's going to start at 51 seconds. How cool is that? So that way you can, not waste your client's time. You might have a 20-minute video that you made that goes over all kinds of stuff. Well, you don't have to bore them. You know that the thing that they asked about is going to start at minute 17. So you can go ahead and you can streamline that for them. So literally, those are the two easiest ways to create videos. Also with your iPhone, of course, with your iPhone, you can create a quick clip, upload that into YouTube or even into Canva. A really good practice, of course, is to, once you take that video, upload it into Canva, because then you can do stuff like you can add logos, or you can add, different aspects, right? So you can say, oh, I want to have a little intro video, and that, of course, needs to be at the front. Right? And so you can arrange your little thing. You can have an outro thing saying thank you with all of your contact information. and then away you go. You can literally make these videos within minutes. So they're very easy to do. They're very powerful. And you guys as Alta Realty Group agents have all the tools you need to get these things done and to promote your brand. So any questions? I know we've gone over a lot. And as usual, I like to just kind of brush the surface on this stuff, and then we can come back together and really go through it if you need to. So I don't see any questions in the chat. And let's see, do we still have Cameron with us? We might have lost Cameron. Okay, no problem. Well, guys, I don't see any other questions in the chat. So with that, get out there, make it a great week, make it a productive week, and we will see you guys next week on the webinar. I think next week we're hopefully going to be having one of our star realtors, Crystal Burns, joining us and giving us a good overview of how she's used the Alta tools to become successful. So looking forward to that. All right, guys, have a great week. We'll see you next week.